What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
lying?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What are they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is
You
Hispanic.
have to be colored to be on television. You can't,
yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there. Just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. I think so. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
What's up, everybody? It's me, Crimson60620, and yeah. Cheers. I'm sorry I started a little bit later than what I normally do. I'm actually early. Shit, my timing is all fucked up. I just been having a fucked up situation. Very fucked up situation. And this weekend, as you probably noticed, I didn't do any streams. I had to work Saturday. I actually wanted to stream on Friday night, but I was just too damn tired. It was rough. It has been fucking rough. And yeah, it's been fucking different. And I am not fucking okay. Yeah, I am not okay. Shit, let's talk about it. Um, Fuck, over the last year or so, um, the first thing that we dealt with is coronavirus, and that's that's fucked up in all sorts of ways. Um, that has been fucked up in all sorts of ways. But before that, even before that, um, as most of you know, I was married, went through a divorce, um, and my ex was particularly vindictive because I wouldn't talk to her and shit like that. So one of the things that still have food from my hand. One of the things that that we actually deal with in the day is family court being skewed so far towards the belief that a mother knows best. And yeah, the fact to be honest with you, a lot of that shit comes from surprisingly toxic masculinity bullshit. And I've been dealing with that over the last year, and her using the court system to as a weapon because I wouldn't talk to her because, well, let's be honest, she did some deceptive and abusive stuff. I've also was forced to move, like you guys saw it in June. Um, yeah, because of mounting financial issues, I had to give up my apartment and not actually move back to the city of Chicago. So yeah, that was also fun, and it's just been one thing after another. And of course, living in Corona times and living alone, things have been difficult. But you know what? As I told a friend quite recently, I can't fail. I can't not have a job. I can't not keep pushing myself because I have no other options. And sure, I have family members that can somewhat help out. But like most Americans in my situation, I'm stuck in the perpetual loop of having to pay bills in order to live. And in order to do that, I have to work. And this is the reason why the loss of the fucking $15 minimum wage. What's up, Laprice? This is the reason why the loss of the $15 minimum wage was such a fucking joke because I get paid more than $15 minimum wage. I literally paid, excuse me, I get paid more than that. And the fact is that I'm fucking struggling at slightly above minimum wage with commission and working overtime. If you're somebody who believes that all burger flippers shouldn't get $15 minimum wage, fuck you. Because here's the thing, if you're that person, more than likely you're not getting a minimum wage. And motherfuckers I know that's still struggling. Fact of the matter is, a lot of things can be resolved by the fact that we can just fucking stop acting as if being poor is some character deficiency. We should just stop fucking acting like the fact that motherfuckers didn't go to an Ivy League schools and didn't become fucking engineers is just product of them making a choice of just wanting to sit back and just live in abject poverty. Fuck. I don't get it. How the fuck can you look your nose down at people that are struggling worse than you? And yeah, fuck. This whole rant was started on me actually admitting my fucking personal problems. And it turns into me caring about other people. Fuck, I gotta stop doing that. But shit, what will my YouTube channel be? Anyway. Anyway. How's everybody doing? How was everybody weekend? Um, yeah. Yeah. So, we have some fun stuff today. I'm gonna go over some videos as I always do. Um, it's a return of a video. Actually, this is the second. This is gonna be the episode where we bring back continuity from last time we streamed, and this is gonna be interesting Anyway, let's get to these videos and let's see what's going on. All right. So, let's bring this up right here. If you remember last time, we talked about Professor Wolf and the importance of raising the minimum wage. And it was actually pretty cool. It was a pretty vibe stream. And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this motherfucker up again and actually go back to it is an interesting other part of the video. So, as most of you guys will know, like I'm not a supporter of hardline monogamy. That doesn't mean that I'm just like the slut that's, tramping around here. Although I don't slut shame on my channel, like, don't slut shame, don't kink shame. I found this interesting that why women had better sex in socialism. This shit is just I'm not making this up. And if you know anything about the history of Professor Wolf, he has some interesting relations. So let's actually get back into let's get back into this video.
Welcome back, friends, to the second half of
Welcome back. All right, I had to do it.
Economic
Being an
Update
asshole.
for today. It is my pleasure to bring to you, to our microphones and cameras, Professor Kristen Godsey is Professor of Russian and East European Studies at the University of Pennsylvania. Her articles and essays have appeared in publications such as The New Republic, The Lancet, Ms. Magazine, The Washington Post, and The New York Times, and also been translated into over 20 languages. She has published 9 books on a variety of related topics, but the one we're going to start with today is the one that I admit caught my attention.
He's in his 60s, and he's like, oh yeah, this caught my attention. Like, okay, let's hear this shit.
Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism. Thank you very much, Professor Godsey, for joining us.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Okay, I'm struck by the fact that an old friend of mine who has been on this program, Yanis Varoufakis from Greece, wrote one of the blurbs for your book and recommends it highly. So, given the provocative nature of the title that gets people's attention, tell us what the point of that book was. Tell us a little bit about why you wrote that.
Oh, and if you haven't heard of Giannis, he's actually another economist that's actually unlike what actual social justice work. Like mainstream economists just like Professor Wolf, who thinks that our fucked up system of capitalism needs to change. But let's go.
That book and what is the argument you make there?
Right. So this book really kind of emerged out of about 20 years of research on women's lives in Eastern Europe. So the quote from Varoufakis on the back of the book is that capitalism is a calamity for women, right? And I want to say, first of all, that I think capitalism is a calamity for everyone right now, men and women alike. But
oh, shit. She getting in that digs deep early. But let's go.
Because my research really focuses on women's issues and specifically women's issues in Eastern Europe, I was really interested in the fact that starting as early as the mid-19th century with people like Charles Fourier and Flora Tristan in France and Henri Saint-Simon, who really talked about the ways in which socialism, utopian socialism in their formulation, could not really come to fruition without also a concomitant commitment to women's emancipation. And that if you go back and you look at some of these early socialist theories, in fact, they were very much concerned with the women's question, as well as with the emancipation of workers and the freedom from the proletariat and the end of exploitation, that the end of the exploitation in the family was as important a goal as the end of exploitation of workers. And then you have later theorists like August Bebel and...
All right, so I'm sorry, because I don't read theory, but I just understand theory when it's actually explained. So what she's actually saying is that here, all you fucking conservatives who want the woman to be in the home and shit like that and take care of the kids. Here's the thing. That's fucking labor. The fact that we have motherfucking conservatives that aren't pushing for a higher minimum wage blows the shit out of me. Because in the fucking end, if you can make it off of one income, then somebody can stay at home with the kids to fucking make life work. But conservatives don't want to fucking deal with that. The only thing they want to do is a woman's place is in the kitchen. Oh, we need to have the man feeling like we want need to have the man just taking care of the home, and it's just like, wait a minute, wait one fucking minute. The fact that we live in a society where people can't make it on one income, a family of fucking four can't make it off of one income with the fucking federal minimum wage as it is, and be considered below the poverty line. But but my patriarchy, right? But let's continue.
Friedrich Engels and Clara Zetkin and Alexander Kollontai in the Soviet Union and before the Soviet Union, really talking about sexuality and women's economic independence and the ways in which the commodification of women's sexuality is part of capitalism. And that once you overthrew capitalism, you would have a sort of new kind of woman, right? The woman of the future Bebel talks about in his book, Women in Socialism. So these were theoretical claims, and I'm a social scientist. And so one of the things that I thought was really interesting was what happened to women in Eastern Europe after 1989 or 91, if you were in the Soviet Union, when you introduced capitalism. So as a social scientist, I was thinking, if I wanted to test these theories about the impact of economic systems on women's lives, you could imagine a kind of double-blind study or whatever. You took a group of women and you raised them under capitalism, and you took a group of women and you raised them under some kind of ideal form of socialism, and then you came up with some kind of rubric and you measured the self-reported life satisfaction or whatever, sexual satisfaction, what happiness, however you wanted to measure it. But of course, you can't do that study because it's unethical. Like an IRB board wouldn't let you have babies to grow up in this way.
Okay, that's fucked up. So what she's saying is she took data, self-reporting data from women that were under the, albeit worst form of quote unquote socialist. We're not gonna have that discussion on this video. And capitalism and how that affected them. This should be interesting. Let's go.
So what we look for as a social scientist is a natural experiment. And I think what's really fascinating about Eastern Europe after 89 or 91 is that it provided a natural empirical experiment, especially in a place like Germany, which was divided during the Cold War, where you had one population of Germans on one side of the wall and another populations of Germans on the other side of the wall, growing up under two economic systems. And then lo and behold, in 1990, they come back together. And social scientists just had a field day on this, right? They asked them all sorts of questions about how the economic system changed their lives in a variety of different ways. And so the claim of the book is actually quite simple. It's that, in fact, socialism, and people are going to debate about what that word actually means, because some people call it state socialism, others call it state capitalism, whatever it was that they had in Eastern Europe, communism, before 89 or 91 in the Soviet Union, was in fact better for women's lives on a variety of different rubrics than capitalism in the West. And I even...
So you're telling me, yes, how oppressive fucking the Soviet Union was, how bad, like, albeit super bad and super planned economy that like led to some fucked up situations, versus capitalism, the fucked up situation of state socialism or state capitalism from the Soviet Union, was still better than women's lives? What's up, Boston? Let's go.
even take that argument a step further, and I say that because of the commitment to women's emancipation that these state socialist countries in Eastern Europe had during the Cold War, between 1917 and 1991 in the Soviet Union, between 45 and 89 in Eastern Europe, their commitment to women's rights actually ended up putting pressure on Western countries to kind of step up their game when it came to women's rights. So it's a very empirically based argument. A lot of people who pick up the book are actually, it kind of has this titillating title, which of course the publisher chose. But in fact, it is a very seriously, empirically rich and grounded book that really tries to grapple with the data that is available to us. And again, I understand that there are some methodological questions, but there is data available to us that shows us that not only were women's lives in some respects much better behind the quote unquote Iron Curtain during the Cold War, but that after 89 and 91, their lives rapidly deteriorated with the introduction of free markets.
So wait. Bam! So listen to this shit. All right. So when you live in a system where it's promoting egalitarianism, equal rights, liberation for all. We're going to say all because if you were brown skinned in some of those countries, brown skin like me, then you may have had some issues. But, if you lived in where, you were quote unquote set to be equal with men, you had a better life than an introduction of a hierarchy. Fuck. Like, you would think that was just so, like, no, we open up free markets to these Eastern European countries. So your life should be better. Oh yeah, we have oppressive systems where you're not oppressed by the government, but you're oppressed by how much money you have. Yeah. Let's go.
Well, it's a wonderful example of something I'm concerned with and have been on this program, which is ending the Cold War in mental activity. So we're not good guys on the one hand, bad guys on the other, and all of that goes with that. And we have a more balanced strengths and weaknesses that exist in different ways on the two sides. And I see your work as moving us in that direction and therefore very important. But I know from my audience, could I press you to give us a couple of examples of how things were better then, so people are confronted with that and how they deteriorated afterwards?
All right, cool. Great. All right, cool. Let's go.
Sure. Okay. So obviously the title of the book is about intimate experiences, and one of the things that we have are empirical studies that were done prior to 89 and post 89 in 1990, 91, 92, 93 in Germany before and after it was reunified about things such as sexual satisfaction, about things such as marriage rates and desirability to get married. And what we find, so the empirical data that's there, and of course it's self-reported, and there are all sorts of issues with self-reported data, but given that you're asking the same questions to both sets of people before and after the fall of the Berlin Wall, what we see is that women in the eastern part of Germany, the former GDR, report much higher levels of personal satisfaction with their relationships, both on a sort of emotional level as well as on an intimate level. Furthermore, we also find that men and women in Eastern Germany were more likely to want to get married than in Western Germany, where men were far less likely to want to get married than women. There was a big discrepancy between the desirability of marriage as an institution, partially because for women, marriage is an economic relationship, and for men, because they realize that it's an economic relationship that women are going to need to be supported in some ways, especially if they have children. There's a discrepancy between the desirability. But it's not just in the intimate sphere. I talk about citizenship. I talk about women's political participation. I talk about women's education and training. So, for instance, we can look at a study that was done in 2018 comparing the gender gap. There's a standardized test that is given across Europe in mathematics, for instance. The name of the study is called Girls, Math, and Socialism, I believe. And there's a standardized test that is given to all children across the EU. And as you know, many of the new EU member states are former socialist countries. Right. And what we see very clearly through this study is that the gender gap between men and boys and girls in mathematics is much smaller in former socialist countries than it is in capitalist countries.
So, wow, this is like, wow, in capitalist countries, we innately build a disparity between boys and girls. Wow, because somebody has to be on top, right? Yeah, okay. And that's not meaning how you guys think. Get your mind out the gutter.
And that persists to this day. In some of these socialist countries, there's no gender gap at all in mathematics. We can also look at the percentages of women in science, technology, and engineering. At a much earlier period of time in the Soviet Union and in Eastern Bloc, women were integrated into fields that are still heavily masculinized in the United States and in Western Europe. So the figures are really striking. In 2019, the percentage of graduates in science, technology, math, and engineering in Germany, even the reunified one, is only 28%, compared to a place like Poland where it's 43%, or Romania where it's 41%. So there are these huge payoffs. And that's just in the professional field. When we look at the intimate field, again, socialist countries, very early on in the Soviet Union, under somebody like Alexander Kollontai, they tried to socialize domestic work. So there were kindergartens and creches and children's homes and public cafeterias and public laundries and mending cooperatives. Now, the early Soviet Union was not able to maintain its commitments to those programs. And so for a variety of reasons, they were largely reversed or disappeared briefly after 1936 with the third family code, Soviet family code. But in Eastern Europe after 1945, because of male labor shortages due to the war, many of these policies were reinstated. And so if you look across the Eastern Bloc, and there was a lot of variety, I'm not saying that it was uniform, but there was a lot of variety, but pretty much without exception, they all had very strong commitments to the socialization of childcare and housework as much as possible. And again, there's a lot of variety here. And so excluding the Soviet Union between 36 and 55 and Romania after 66 and Albania, almost all of the other countries had very, very good commitment to women's reproductive rights as well, much earlier than in the West. And then that's on top of being mobilized into the labor force and employment opportunities and what ultimately is economic independence. And that's the key sort of linchpin, I think, to women's greater participation in the economy, greater participation in the polity. Now, that's not whitewashing the fact that in many respects, again, lots of variety in the bloc, these were somewhat oppressive societies and some much more oppressive than others, especially in the 30s and 40s under Stalin and the Soviet Union. But I think it's really important, as you said, to deal with the Cold War that's in our minds. And women's rights are one of the things that these Eastern Bloc countries did really well. In Germany today, they've just celebrated the.
So, like, you actually hear that data come out, and it's like, yo, okay, the Soviet Union had some bad shit for not just women, but for men too. But, like, the fact that you see this commitment towards equality, when you commit towards just making sure that everybody has a good start and work is actually shared, then people are more. It's easier for people to actually report happiness. Hell, when, like, what is it, like the old adage of happy wife, happy life? The fact of the matter is, like, dude, like, this is actually interesting. Another fucking strike against capitalism. But let's let this finish out.
The 30th anniversary of reunification, even in Germany, where they still consider the GDR to be a quote unquote totalitarian state, one of the two totalitarianisms that affected Germany, even West Germans are willing to accept that, okay, on this one little thing, women's rights, at least there, the East Germans got it right, and we haven't done as well. And I think it's also important to realize that these Eastern Bloc countries took their
Wait, I just want to make a point. Did she say one of the two times Germany was totalitarian? I'm sorry. Let's go.
package of reforms, kindergartens, creches, support for women's employment, supports for women education and training. They took that package and they exported it anywhere in the what we call the global South, where people also were experimenting with socialist ideas. So this had a huge impact on the development of women's rights and women's issues and women's questions across the globe throughout the Cold War. And if anything, I would say that after 89 and 91, we have pretty good evidence to show that women's rights have actually started to lose the support of the global community because the Cold War is over. As with so many other things, having a clear ideological enemy sort of forced Western governments to really deal with some of the social issues that they would rather just sweep under the rug. And women's issues was certainly one of the most important. So I can give you lots of examples of these different kinds of very specific policies, but I think that's the general.
He's like, okay, great. Now, mind you, I have the video on 1.25 speed, but like, yeah, she's excited about her work, and wow, yeah, wow. Here.
What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble?
that was actually interesting. I'm glad that I came back to that video. As a father of a daughter, um, yeah, it's actually interesting that you see when you push for more egalitarian things, it actually helps not just women. It actually helps everybody. All those people, all those fucking I'm on Twitch, so I can't say the I word. But in celebration of women's uh Happy Women's History Day, maybe we should actually work on bringing a little bit more um, equality for women everywhere. Those with uteruses and those who don't have them. And by the way, I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share the video. And if you would like, on the top, you can actually see the link for my Streamlabs if you want to actually donate, or down in the bottom for my Patreon. And thank you. All right. So, yeah, that was fucking interesting. Like she said, like the reason why I clicked on the video was because, yeah, of course you have the where it's women have better sex in socialism. That shit, like it's clickbaity as hell. I know, but like it's actually interesting to actually hear that. Yeah, like when I know it sounds confirmation biasy and shit like that, but when you treat people equally, they have a better time of shit. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway. Oh shit. Ooh. So yeah. Yeah. Fuck. So guys. You know, I want to actually bring this up, okay? So we know, like, we know that we have issues. We know that we have fucking issues, and I am not one that's normally just. I'm not one that normally just like. I guess just like talk shit about religion. I'm not, because I do feel that it actually has a place in some people's lives. It's one of those things where it's a tool. It is literally a tool. It can be a tool for good or it can be a tool for ill. It is a tool. And those of us who are non-religious, not non-believers, we can't just out and out just dismiss the shit. We just can't, because there are people who need that structure in their lives, and it's not always a bad thing that that structure is in their life, because some people are just more authoritarian. They need that whole thing of like, I need to be told what to do, and that's the only way I can feel that I need constraints in my life. And that's not to say that, you know, we can't more readily socialize people to believe that shit. Um, and it's just one of those things. This is why I would never actually just shit on people who are religious. Now, if you try to convert me, or you try to use your religion as a way of like shitting on me or condemning me, then we bring out the fights, because it's not about the religion. Then it's your perceived perception, and it's actually a real good way. It's a real good way of using religion as sort of a weapon, but again, more of a tool. This is that way. Now, as you guys know, that we've been having this fight for 15, and it looks as if like this is a couple days old, and Reverend William Barber gave an address at the inauguration. And he's also been somebody where I believe he works with the NAACP. He's also been somebody who's taken up the flag of Dr. King and not just advocated for racial justice, but economic justice. And this is a part of the sermon that that was released online. So let's hear some of this. And yep, we're all set. Let's go.
When they get in office, too scared to run on what they said they were going to do, worried more about some kind of false notion of compromise. Don't you remember the 3/5 compromise kept us in trouble for 250 years, and we still haven't gotten over it.
So this is actually like one of the things, and let me just speed this down back to normal. This is one of the fucked up things. Like, first of all, the Senate is an inherently racist motherfucking body. It is. It was literally created to keep southern states for their power to be so they can keep some sort of power. And quite frankly, fuck the Senate. Especially with the issues that we have with the filibuster. Fuck the Senate. But let's go.
In the social life of America, my God, it's past time for a move to Capernaum. It's time for a change. When I see D.C. senators who are multimillionaires, who we pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a piece and give health care to them free, and they just because they got elected, and who swear to establish justice and promote the general welfare. And when I see them stand on the floor of a Senate and say poor and low-wage people don't need a raise, essential workers don't need it, and if they do need it, they only need a small one, in light of the fact of more than 140 million people, poor and low wealth, even before this pandemic,
So let's just address that. Before the pandemic, 140 million people lived in poverty or close to it. The fact that we have senators which we allow to fucking serve us as a fucking public. We allow them through our votes. We allow them to draw a salary. I believe the Senate salary is $235,000 a year. We allow this from them. We allow them to get free health care. This is the shit that we allow them by proxy of us voting them into office. For the fact that they tell us that we don't need a raise to the minimum wage. Yeah. Think about that. Because here's the thing. Your public official, they're not your rulers. They're your fucking employees that you allow to work for you. But let's continue.
light of the fact that we had 8 to 11 million people who were homeless before this pandemic. We had 14 million people who couldn't afford water before this pandemic.
Did you know we have more unused homes than homeless people in the country? Like literally. We live in a time where water is a fucking commodity. And this was before the pandemic. But yeah. But people don't need a raise to the minimum wage.
We've had 8 million people since March, between March and November, who fell below the poverty line in this pandemic. We had 20 million people collecting unemployment in January of this year in the midst of the pandemic. And when I see them hide behind rules like a filibuster that was first used after the Civil War to block changes to move this country further forward, and has been used by the likes of Strom Thurmond and has been used to block women's rights and labor rights. Or I see them hiding behind a reconciliation rule and a parliamentarian rule that are not even in the Constitution. Not one of them swore to uphold a parliamentarian's rule.
So that's another thing. These fuckers literally listen to a Senate staffer, not an elected staffer, not somebody that actually holds sway, but a Senate staffer with an opinion. Never mind what they fucking ran on. Never mind the plea to actually fight for the $15 minimum wage. Never mind that shit. It was, well, the parliamentarian said this. Well, the parliamentarian said that. No. The fact of the matter is, the Democrats dropped the fucking ball. Now, I'm not going to go full Jimmy Dore because fuck that, because the Republicans are no better. The Republicans are actually worse. They want to get rid of the minimum wage. So fuck that. Like, no. Fuck that. But the fact is, they dropped the ball. Especially when they do performative shit like bring a cake to vote no against the minimum wage as if they think they're some fucking Marie Antoinette. And do a little curtsy like they're fucking Alicia Silverstone off of fucking Clueless. But let's continue.
Not one of them swore. The president didn't swear to do it. The senators didn't swear to do it. And even when I see the president, I love him preach his inaugural sermon from this very pulpit. But when I see him say he's going to listen to the parliamentarian rather than listen to the people, the poor people, the low-wage people who have kept this country alive, who have been the first to have to go to work and the first to get affected and the first to get sick and the first to go to the hospital and the first to die. And when I see the vice president, yes, she's my sister, but I know she can overrule the parliamentarian and she can force the senators to vote. But then people are saying, no, don't do that. I want to say, Sister Harris, you like Esther, you were born for such a time as this. And when we know that trillions have been given to the wealthiest, 1.2 trillion didn't even go through the Congress. They just found a way to say, here, you can have an extra $1.5 trillion and be.
So, and this is the fucked up part about it. They complain that the stimulus, it's spending too much money, but they give handouts to fucking corporations. Like, for real? Fucking for real? Like, why? Like, I'm gonna do the Jackie Chan meme. Like, what? Like, fuck. It's okay to fucking give corporations money out of nowhere. But you're gonna nickel and dime the American public. And yes, I stole that line from somebody. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired of this Reaganomics bullshit that you give money to corporations and like it's this whole sense of like, well, corporations know what to do with the money. And yes, this is partially because, let's face it, Joe Biden came up politically in the era of Reagan. He ironically was the one who pushed Reagan to the right on the drug war. But you would think after fucking 24 years, not 24, 20 years of failed economic, give money to the rich and cut social services from the last 3 presidents. One administration where Joe Biden was the vice president and saw that the tarp was too small. You would think that you were like, okay, maybe we should give people more money. The fact is, Joe Biden actually was part of the administration which saw a dramatic increase of loss of home ownership. And no, he wasn't the direct cause of it. No, I'm not saying that. But you saw the results where banks started taking people home, and actually you started seeing more people having to rent out homes with an increasingly amount. But let's continue.
Billionaires have made nearly $1 trillion in the midst of this pandemic. And when I see people who are dying from poverty and people, poor and low wealth workers, and are the last to get any help, but the first to suffer. And for over 9 years, we haven't raised the minimum wage. It was $7.25 now, $2.13 for tip workers. And these politicians want to hold poor and low wealth people captive in poverty and play games. Republicans want to block many because many have never seen a wage hike they like. And Democrats run on one thing, and then when they get in office, too scared to run on what they said they were going to do, worried more about some kind of false notion of compromise. Don't you remember the 3/5 compromise kept us in trouble for 250 years, and we still haven't gotten over it.
So this is the shit that kind of like, it boils my blood. It boils my blood. And the fact is, tip workers get even less than the fucking minimum wage. And I've heard it before. Oh, they're tip workers. They can make this and that money. What happens is, if you don't make that money and your employee makes up what it should be, your employer would actually try to fire you if you don't make the tips, even if it's a slow fucking day. Like, this whole fucking notion that, well, all you could do is just work hard and you'd be better. Motherfucker, I don't even make the minimum wage. I work fucking 40 to 50 hours a week sometimes. And I'm still having a problem with struggling. And I'm not out here spending my money. But you to tell people who are living at the federal minimum wage that their problems are just them. Or worse yet, that if we raise the minimum wage, cost is going up. You know what, motherfucker, cost has been going up without the minimum wage being raised. And the fact is, not only did Joe Biden go back on the $2,000, well, 600 plus 14, but the fact is, you're means testing this shit. You're like, and the fucked up part about it is, I get it. I fucking get it. Oh God, I hate this dichotomy that a lot of people would want to fucking do. But the Republicans don't even want to give you that. There were no Republican votes to help give stimulus to the American people. None of them. None of them. So yeah, those motherfuckers are not safe from my motherfucking ire either. You know what they want to do? They want to open back up schools. You want to know why they want to open back up schools? So the fucking serfs can get back to the mines. The reason why they want to raise minimum wage? Because you need to be desperate enough to stay in a fucking crappy ass job in order to motherfucking make profit for their donors. The reason why they, like, literally, you know, it's not a tax thing that we don't have Medicare for all, right? It's not a tax thing. It's a employers will lose some of their leverage thing. That's exactly what it is. Employers will lose some of their leverage because Medicare for All saves us money. Even with the worst predictions, it saves money. But these motherfuckers want to keep a boot on your neck. Republicans want to keep a boot on your neck, and Democratic donors want to keep a boot on your neck because that's the only way they can coerce you to have a job. The only way. Like, goddamn. But, fuck. Let's continue the video.
We need a change. When a 15 minimum wage would lift 45% of black workers out of poverty. 62 million people could ultimately be impacted. We need a move. We need to move from here to where God wants us to be.
All right, so this is the reason why. And like, yes, like I said, this is like individuals like Reverend Barber, Cornel West, when they speak towards economic justice, not just racial justice, but economic justice, social justice. This is like, if we had Christians in the world, I wouldn't have an issue with so many other Christians. I'm not saying I believe I wouldn't, but if we had this, it is a time. Now is a time for everybody to step up for fucking economic justice, social justice. It is a time for that shit. Why do we have to sit back and beg for crumbs while motherfuckers who are multimillionaires, Joe Manchin, voted against the fucking minimum wage increase? Do you know that he owns hotels that he pays people just barely above the West Virginia minimum wage? Just barely above it. And we wonder why he would vote against it. Why would he vote against a $15 minimum wage? Because he has fucking employees that he needs to fucking pay. And he feels that, no, I don't want to pay that. Not to mention his donors. Get money out of fucking politics. So these multimillionaires can't fucking win this shit. Let's get money out of politics. Let's open it up so it's not just businessmen and businesswomen that can run for politics. Let's get that $15 minimum wage. And I guess it's time to start bullying Biden from the left. Because I'm tired of this shit. I am literally tired of this shit. But anyway, guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Share the video. And yeah. Fight for 15. Oh. Yeah, you know what? And X makes a good point. It's like they should pay us more. Even if you're not at the minimum wage, you should still want to increase the minimum wage. Because wow, like I don't know what's going on with YouTube's like censorship. I know like a lot of these tech companies are doing like trying to do automated bots, and that's another problem. Like I don't think that YouTube and Twitch would be so oppressive if they actually had to pay people to look into their shit instead of like bots. But always about that bottom line, right? Fuck, like I wow. Shit. I like I don't understand getting like scraps. These people are mad because they have to give more people money. Like, wow. Wow. Like, I just don't know what else to say. Like, hmm. Anyway, guys. So I'm actually looking for here it goes. So all right. All right. So looks like we're making good time today. Looks like we're making good time today. Ah, shit. Like, no, fuck. I'm just like this is like going back to that. Like, this is the shit that like kind of pisses me off. And then you get right wingers that says, "Well, people should just get better jobs." Like Lord of Patriarchy actually said that shit. Like, I don't. Mm, yeah, yeah. And Byron, it's yeah. But even you got even some of the younger congressmen and senators that act this way because they're donors actually because they're donors because they have donors because we have fucking made the political system so fucked up over money and politics and not just from Citizens United but the Supreme Court decisions in the 70s where they allow for money to be in.
Yeah.
Thank you for following, Roland. Thank you. But we've allowed money in politics where it's just like, and it started in the 70s. And notice when the 70s, when they actually starts doing money in politics, you actually saw it was a little bit of a disparity between um the compensation and the actual profits of companies. But when they introduced money in politics, they started, and you saw the just the profitability and the what is that shit, I forgot what term, and I actually use it at work. um the employee compensation and fuck, not availability, productivity. Yeah, productivity just goes up and up and up, and you see workers' wages fucking flatline. And it's just a fucking shame. Like, at some point, as pointed out in the chat, people are only going to be able to afford two things: torches and pitchforks. I'm just saying. At some point, people are only going to be able to afford two things: torches and pitchforks. And we know where they are. Anyway, so remember that point I said about continuity? Remember that point about continuity? Yeah. So, oh God, I feel disgusted doing this. Okay, so we're gonna watch. So if you were here Wednesday night on the stream, or actually saw the videos a little bit later, you actually found out about our good friend Jeremy, the quartering, had a big sad. He had a big sad because people was reporting his YouTube channel. Now, I grabbed the video that day, and this is actually a new one. This was the following day, and I wanted to keep you guys abreast because I don't want to be accused of not keeping up with the news or not laughing at some crazy people. So let's go and let's hear. He has a huge win and some bad news. Like, there are fanfics and there is like self-insertion characters, but I like, how small is this guy's member that he needs to actually insert himself as some prophesied messiah? Like, he's just okay. Let's go. Is him grabbing the low IQ an example of, like, all of these things? Oh my God. Okay. All of these things are things that, like, he embodies, but okay. Let's go. So wait a minute. His evidence that he has good news. That it appears that yes, Byron, this is the guy who was accused of the sexual harassment in Magic the Gathering, who was banned from Magic in the Gathering. It appears that their harasser has deleted. Like, no, motherfucker, you literally. Okay. This is the reason why you should never give up a fight. This is the reason why. Because these motherfuckers take you being tired from a fight, and I know we still haven't gotten into the video, as you giving up, and I'm right. Haha. Not guilty means innocence! Like, literally. These motherfuckers only have 2 switches in their brains. Like, and when you try to introduce a third variable, their brain breaks. Trump didn't do it. No, you just want to prove guilty. No, innocent. But okay. Let's go. Oh God. And then the petty thing, his editor on a, let's face it, barely functional editing, but it's the cornering he does this shit. Let's go. Wait, he's actually been trying to secure his website for what, 6 years now? Like, okay, I'm being petty.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Do we see our good friend Yellow Flash in there? Of course we do. Let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I've got some excellent news as well as some bad news. And then a full day of regularly scheduled content. I hope this will be kind of the last time I address everything, and while legally it might be. I want to start off by thanking all of you who have shown up and been just overwhelmingly positive. I've received thousands of messages, whether it's on Subscribestar or my personal email or on Twitter or DM.
All right, I'm sorry, I have to turn them up because Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. Well, X, you have to remember that he needs somebody to do the work for him. But yeah, let's go.
Just of very, very positive, kind words. And I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. This has been extremely stressful for myself and my staff. A lot of people forget, just for this YouTube channel, there's 4 full-time employees. There's Maggie, there's Shammy, there's Ben and Sean. They make this channel go round. They make the thumbnails. They work on those intros that you all like. They handle the emails. They handle posting all my content to thequartering.com. This is all stuff that just simply couldn't exist without me.
Wait, fuck. Wait, what? Wait. How fucking lazy are you, Jeremy? Did you have somebody actually do the editing, the intros, fuck. Like, is this the definition of mediocrity that motherfuckers like this because they espout some fucking but the feminism is taking the tits out of my video games and She-Ra? Did they get so much money and they have to do shit but poorly read a fucking article? Fuck. I'm on the wrong side of this shit. I swear to God. I'm on the wrong side of this shit. Like, those of you who are YouTube creators, like, if you may actually have, like, where you may need an extra person and somebody to do the editing. But, like, really? Fucking 4 people. But you know what? I've seen Destiny complains that he has 3 people. Like, fucking why? Why do you have so many people doing work for shit that you literally sit back and poorly read an article? What the fuck, man? Am I on the wrong side of fucking shit? Like, damn, I'm literally fucking stressing every month to make sure bills are paid. But these motherfuckers, 4 people, okay. Oh God, that just broke my brain.
Without them, I'm sorry. And so I'm very thankful for them. Obviously, they've been very stressed out over the past few days, and what an amazing start. I talked about yesterday about insulating against this madness. And I'm happy to report that we are already, these numbers don't seem to be updated, but we are now 47% of the way to essentially securing all of their jobs, regardless of if these fools get my sponsors removed or something bad like that. If we have another day like yesterday, if you were thinking about backing yesterday and you didn't, and you go today, we could seriously do this.
Wait, is this just like him? The good news, him like begging for more money. Oh wow. Like, I would say, has he no shame? But it's the quartering. Like, yeah, of course he doesn't have any shame. Let's continue.
So we could just lock it all in. I'm working with some new web developers. I'm working with people behind the scenes to bring additional features to the website, ad-free content to members, additional bonuses. All of that's going to roll out in time. So if you're in a position to, please make today the day you back. I want to start the video by thanking my fellow content creators. I'm sure I'm going to miss some, but Ryan from RK Outpost made a video. Thank you. That Umbrella Guy made a video on it. Thank you. Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Thank you so very much.
Oh, we going to get to Geeks and Gamers one of these days, because that fucker, oh God. That fucker has some issues. But let's continue.
Tipster. Special shout out to Tipster. He's been very kind to me. Not all these people, my fellow content creators, not everyone has been on like good terms with me. And a lot of people still made videos, and that shows a lot of integrity. Vera Dark made a video, fellow YouTuber. Thank you. All these YouTubers are worth checking out and subscribing. Their content is excellent. That Umbrella Guy, I don't know if I mentioned him already. In terms of tweets, people like Yellow Flash. I know he's out of office right now. I'm sure he'll make a video, but he sent positive words. Yellow Flash, again. Mamology, sending support. Omegon, supporting. Augie, RFC, also supporting. Nerdrotic, Nicholas Diorio. Nick has a whole video on his channel dedicated to criticizing me, and he still understands the importance of this.
Now, are they criticizing your beliefs? If they're criticizing your advocacy, or are they just saying that they just don't like you? Are they still about owning the libs, but they just don't like you? Like, seriously, I doubt that these motherfuckers who, like, I'm sorry, I'm not about deplatforming somebody for stupid beliefs. I'm not. But when you support doxing and when you're supporting swatting, dude, you deserve to have your fucking platform taken. I'm sorry. Like, wow. Fuck. Wow. Oh, okay, but let's continue.
And I thank Nick for that. And ultimately, what's the great news? Let's not bury the lead too far. But I think the thank yous are the most important part right now, as well as continuing to push to insulate the channel against this cancel culture mob. I don't know how this is going to shake out. I know that several of my sponsors have been harassed and want to take some breaks, which I 100% understand.
Wait, did he just blow past that shit? In other words, he lost some sponsors. Wow. He lost some sponsors. Yeah, he lost some sponsors. But let's continue.
And I know that those that want me canceled are seething right now that so many people are moving over to Subscribestar to support. You can see it in the replies of every positive thing I say. There's people in there just having meltdowns. One of the most damaging tweets was done by a verified account called Black Girl Gamers, which went out of their way to essentially combine a ton of lies to smear me, threaten my sponsors. I let them know yesterday that I would be pursuing legal action against this type of material. Just to give you an idea, saying that a particular person was swatted, which they weren't. The rumor is that a wellness check was sent. That's when people check on you. That's extremely different than swatting.
Wait. Oh my God. Wait. So, a wellness check? Was the police sent to their motherfucking house? Was the police sent to their house? Why does that website look familiar? What? Why does it look familiar? As if, no, he cannot be putting up 4chan on his actual stream. Okay. I think that's 4chan in the background. I don't know. I went on there once, but it was full of just Nazis and pedos, and I was like, nah, I don't like this website. But let's just get, what lies are actually been told? If you promoted a cops to go to somebody's house, especially in the climate that we have with people literally having what can almost be a phobia about cops, if you promote that shit, dude, you're trash. You're fucking trash. Especially if this person is a person of color, black, Latino, or anything like that. You're trash, dude. We know the intention that you're trying to do. You're trying to send the police to somebody's house so there can be an altercation. You deserve to have your shit fucked. Even if it's, oh, we're just gonna send a fucking wellness check. Oh yeah, okay. It's an archive site. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Motherfucker is trash, but let's continue.
Okay, I don't care how you try to gussy it up. It's not swatting. Second of all, obviously I had nothing to do with it. That did not stop them from insinuating I did by saying she's owed an apology, and any brand seen supporting this person will be held to task. A direct threat against my sponsors.
Wait. Really? How is this a threat against your sponsors? By promoting the evidence and saying, like, is this person that you're sponsoring? Like, this whole, the cancel culture is about to get me. Like, dude, if you have a hand in sending the police to somebody's house for no fucking reason, you deserve criminal charges. You deserve it. There's a reason why there's a phrase, death by cop. But let's continue.
The additional tweets go on to say, YouTube, this isn't the first time courting has done this, and now it's resulted in the swatting, again, that's a lie, of a black woman, again, not relevant. Twitter.
It's only not relevant because it's not relevant. But somebody holding his sponsors to account, oh, that's relevant. Because reasons. The fuck? Okay, let's go.
They're also asking Twitter to deplatform me. Again, all of this predicated on a lie. There was no swatting event, but that's not for me. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I think that these lies are being perpetuated by one particular person and then signal boosted by these large accounts. I'm happy to report that Black Girl Gamers have now deleted this tweet. Why? Because they knew. They knew that they were in trouble. It doesn't matter. I have over 300 emails from you of various archives from game journalists to verified Twitter handles and organizations and influencers and streamers who are perpetuating these lies, going directly after my sponsors with these lies. And there's going to be a financial penalty for that.
Dog, it is a reason why that shit like this is hard to prove on the internet. It's a reason why. Because if you can actually prove this shit, Jeremy, yeah, you wouldn't be making this video. If you are doing, like, okay. For those of you know who a community that I frequent, if you have to come on the internet and say, I'm gonna get information to sue you, or I'm gonna do legal action through the internet on a YouTube video, you have no fucking evidence. You know what you do if you have evidence? You go to a lawyer. You know what a lawyer tells you? Shut your motherfucking mouth. Don't make a video. And we about to see these people in court. No, motherfucker. You don't have any evidence. But the problem is, you know, and again, I haven't kept up with this over the weekend. It's fucking hilarious to me. I really want to see the outcome of this. But this isn't the first time that Jeremy has been caught up in behavior like this. It isn't. It is a reason why he was banned from Magic the Gathering tournaments. But he wants to play the victim. You can be a victim of your own fucking actions. Well, let's continue.
I would ask, as we get into the bad news, the bad news is for anyone who still wants to perpetuate this stuff. There's a mountain of evidence archived, currently being collated by my assistant, put into separate folders. There are separate files on every individual. We're obtaining people's information, unmasking their Twitter accounts so that we know where to serve papers. I'm not screwing around.
That's the bad news? Fucker, like, you don't understand the concept. Oh my god, that's not bad news, you fucking idiot. God damn it, Jeremy. That's not bad news, though. That's. Oh my god. If you said that there's some good news and there's some bad news, it means it's good news for you and bad news for you. Oh my god. The fucking cap must be too fucking tight on his head. God, he's a fucking idiot.
I will build a war chest so gigantic that I don't know what else to tell you, but I hope that you'll see that a Twitter own, okay, isn't worth it. Isn't worth having your entire savings account drained defending these tweets. Trust me, I've gone through litigation. The only people that make money are the lawyers, okay? But I'll do it. This is a promise that if you're out there and you're knowingly spreading lies about me and attacking my sponsors, and that results in a financial loss for me, it will result in a financial loss for you. The best thing I can say is to swallow your pride, delete the tweets. I don't need any apology. I'm not that fragile. I don't need people.
He said he's not that fragile. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He says he's not that fragile. The other day, he was about ready to cry. It was sad, Jeremy.
To delete mean tweets about me. I'm talking about the tweets that are directly going after my sponsors that will result in a financial loss for me through tortious interference or spreading libelous statements like I had swatted somebody. Okay? Hate me all you want. Call me a big, fat, ugly, stinky, poopy head. I don't care. But when you...
Hey, did he ever think that if somebody presents evidence to his sponsors may have a legal team that looks at it and is like, we don't want to be part of it? I'm just saying. Maybe, maybe. Does this cross the, hamster on that wheel spinning in his head? No, maybe we don't want to be associated with this shit. But let's continue.
When you are knowingly spreading lies, involving sponsors, involving YouTube directly, trying to get my Twitter account, these all have financial earnings attached to them. And if you take that away from me, I'm going to take something from you. That's the...
Wow, that's real mature, Jeremy. Real mature. Like a 6-year-old. You do something to me, I'm going to do something to you. The fuck? Oh, God. God damn it. Let's go.
Bad news, okay? I'll finish with a little more good news, though, okay? All this can just go away today. Just delete the stupid tweets. You know who you are, John Phipps, Mr. Negative. I highly recommend you think about if this is a route that you want to go. You look at your savings account and you decide, I'd hope to, buy a new car. I'd hope to maybe buy some property, but I guess I could just spend it defending a stupid tweet I made. This is the decision that you will be faced with, several people. And I don't want it to get there because I'll lose money too. I mean, we will both lose money, but there has to be a penalty for this. And there will be a penalty for this. We can delete our tweets about each other, we can block each other, and we can go on our merry ways. I think...
Wait. That's telling his shit. We can delete our tweets about each other. It's almost as if he engaged in the bullshit. I would encourage anybody who's caught up. I know nobody's like this on the level of these would actually be watching my video, but I would encourage somebody who capture his shit and the shit that he's saying as well. Oh wait, they already have. That's why they were able to bring it to their sponsors. This is one of those things where you see that fake bully. Like yeah, hold me back. I'm gonna beat your ass. Hold me back. Dude, he has some whiff of competency that he thinks he has because he was involved in a lawsuit that people just dropped. And again, it's that whole thing of if they drop it, I win. Like this bullshit. Wow. How these mediocre motherfuckers, they think a loss, not a loss is a fucking win. How fucking sorry are you, dog? Like, how fucking sorry are you? Oh my God, how sorry are you? But anyway, I feel bad for Jeremy because here's the thing. If they continue to push this shit, he could effectively lose his channel. And as much as like I said, I don't like the motherfucker. I don't. I will be quite honest with you guys. I don't like him because of the prejudice and the sexist that he actually pushes. And it's one of those things where it's just like, if it was me, he wouldn't have the fucking following that he has. I would have kicked that shit in the bud a long time ago, but he got a big fucking boost from PewDiePie. Great what great gifts he's given the culture. Fuck. But yeah. I don't know what else to say. But anyway, guys, I do want to say thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you want to, please share my content. And by the way, if you've actually subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube isn't sending out notifications like they should. I get it. I get a lot of you guys actually watching live, but sometimes when I do the clips and release them out, you guys may miss this, or you may miss the live show. So I ask you hit that subscribe bell and make sure hit that notification bell and hit all notifications, not just personalized. And of course, as we can actually see, I have my Streamlabs links on top and the other links on the bottom to help support the channel. But let's go. So, wow, we making fucking good time today. It's only about 9 o'clock and we're feeling good. Yeah, feeling good. Wow, I was looking at the wrong thing that I had on there. Okay. So is Kat in the chat? Kat is not in the chat today. I don't see her in the chat. I don't see her on the YouTube or the Twitch chat. I'm going to do a favor for her because, like, I know that she has a certain affinity for. She has a certain affinity for hearing it from our good friend Minzy Moon. Now, if you haven't actually seen Minzy Moon, she's a conservative puppeteer, and she came out real hard left. I mean, real hard right, and like you saw some evolutions from the actual way she's actually learned. She's actually grown as a better puppeteer, somewhat, and she's actually started to move to say like, hey, like, yeah, like, and then people I guess gave her shit about like saying like you coming off too hard R, like not the bad N word, but like too hard Republican, and like she got some pushback. And unlike a lot of conservatives, she actually learned to grow and actually not come off so adversarial against leftists, even though she has a puppet that is literally the last name is Strawman. But here's her talking about how she's not looking for conformity, not looking for unity. She's calling for unity and not conformity. Learn conservative values. So let's hear this shit.
It's a beautiful day at the 21st show. Fun and as one, now your Trumpsters gotta go. You're good if you're on the left and you're bad if you're on the right. Got a problem with that? We're gonna have a fight. I'm taking over Mimsy's show for the day. She's probably gonna come and try to take it away. She's not the only one who's got something to say, and she needs to shut up anyway. Welcome, friends, to the Piper Show. Mimsy promised.
shit. God damn it. No. Fuck, no. Oh, God. Like, her singing is bad enough, but with that bullshitty ass, like, fake puppeteer voice. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Me that when Biden became president, I could host the show. Well, Lindsay, you can't deny it anymore. So here I am. Okay, I guess I gotta plug something here. So I guess today's show is brought to you by the Snortlings Hollow Merch Shop. There's a new T-shirt with a picture of me on it that you're probably gonna want to buy.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
So go on over there and get one. Lindsay better give me a cut. Now it's time for me to introduce my co-host, Milo. Milo! Where's Milo? He's not here. What? I told him what.
Wait, oh, her little boyfriend that likes her or she likes him isn't here. Oh, okay. Let's go. Shit.
Time to be here. Well, maybe he's just fashionably late like you always are. Well, I don't appreciate it. Well, now you know how I feel. Whatever. Looks like you're in need of a co-host. Fine, but just until Milo gets here. And if you think you're just gonna come in here and take over like last time, I'll really try to stay in my lane. Okay, well, I know.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to.
A lot of the
improve
people who
script.
watch this show are on my side, so I know I speak for many of you when I say, we did it! We really did it! Trump.
So, I don't know how long ago this was. Let me just look at this shit. February the 11th. It took her this long for her to acknowledge that Biden was the president. Okay. February the 11th. Maybe she has some like lead time. Okay. Let's go.
Is gone, and now we can finally have unity! Biden and his followers really want unity, huh? Yes! Didn't you hear his...
Wait. Fuck. Like, straw man, and I'm not talking about the puppet. You know what? Biden has no followers. Most people fucking hated Trump. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting that shit out there. Okay.
inauguration speech, he said he wants to unite America and wants everyone to join him in his cause. You do want unity, don't you, Lindsay? Of course. But don't forget what he said right after that. The forces that divide us are deep, but they're not new. There is a constant struggle between the American ideal that we are all created equal and the ugly reality that racism, fear, and demonization have long torn us apart. Who do you think they...
Wait, that's a thing that's true. Like, wait, what? That's true. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
We're talking about? Duh, Trump supporters. So you don't see the problem here? No! The way I heard it, he just called 74 million Americans ugly, fearful racists. In effect, demonizing us, while at the same time accusing us of demonizing others. And he doesn't even see his hypocrisy.
Wait! Fuck! Wait! Okay. So... Okay. Alright. So, I will acknowledge this. Not everybody who is a Trump supporter is actually racist, demonized, and shit like that. Not everyone is. Some people voted for Trump because they wanted the economic policy. Because they were voters that only voted on a perceived one issue. However, if you want to look at the more racist party, notice I said more racist party. The more sexist party, more sexist party. And the more just like we don't care about immigrants and shit like that. Guess what party they're in? And I'm sorry, like I know I didn't do the wild word of the day. Yay! What aboutism? But when you look at the policies that are promoted by the Republican Party, you see a promotion of, hey, fuck poor people. And I know it's not literally fuck poor people, but poor people need to work harder to get ahead. Well, we're already working hard. No, work harder, serfs. Or it's, oh no, women can't choose to what they need to do with their body. Oh yeah, and brown people, black people, yeah, they're criminals. A promotion of, we need the law and order. Like, no one is actually saying that you individually, Minzy Moon, are a despicable, racist, homophobic, like, terrible person. Even though you kind of like slut shame, given your history, it seems a little hypocritical. No one is saying that you're just this evil spouting monster that's lynching black people on your free spare time. Just because people say that you're a racist doesn't mean that you're a KKK person. Just because somebody says that you're sexist doesn't mean that you're locking women up in your dungeon, like using felt puppet fucking feathers to like torture them. I'm sorry. There's a degree to this, and this binary principle of either you're holy and good as a saint, or you're just automatically the devil. Like that's not what anybody's saying. But let's continue.
This is his idea of unity. If he really wanted unity, he would have said something like, I understand that Democrats and Republicans have different ideas on how to achieve the American ideal, and I promise to listen to both sides because I will be a president for all of America. But instead, he's setting it up so that if everyone on the right doesn't suddenly change their beliefs and agree with the left, then we're now the enemies of unity.
Do we forget January the 6th? Hold on! Did we forget 2009 all the way into 2016? Like, the fuck? Did we forget the Tea Party exists? Wait, what? It's like coming up to somebody and saying, hit him in the fucking face, like, yo, you better listen to me. And somebody, they get, after getting punched in the face, they say, no, I'm not going to listen to you. You're not letting us do unity. Motherfucker, you just punched me in my face. But you should, unity because reasons. You didn't even apologize for the shit that you just fucking did. That's in the past. It shouldn't matter. Hakuna Matata. Like, the fuck? Wow. Let's continue.
But why would you want to listen to a bunch of ugly, fearful racists? Did you ever stop to think that you might be manipulated by the government and their propaganda arm, the mainstream media, that have...
Wait. Oh, God. So one of two things actually just happened with that. Either Fox News has become an official government entity as well as OAN and... Fuck, what is that other one? Newsmax? Or the government just didn't pull the propaganda and like, or I know, what is it? Because God King Emperor former President Trump said it, he was the government? No! The fuck? How? Oh my God. Look, check it out. I grew up watching the mainstream media too, as well. But I can also discern when there is other shit outside of what the mainstream media actually told us. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what also the mainstream media told us about? The Panama Papers, the Pentagon Papers. You know what the mainstream media told us about? The horrors of slavery. Well, not as much the horrors of slavery, but they told us about slavery. You know what the mainstream media told us about? About some of the corruption. About how Donald Trump was an actual fucking loser. It's funny that you didn't believe that bullshit. You know what the mainstream media told us about? That a woman liking another woman is bad. But here we are, Mimsy Moon, somebody who is admittedly part of the LGBTQA community. That's what the mainstream media told us about. So your selective choosing of, well, I believe the mainstream media only on this part is not a fucking excuse. But let's continue.
The country is not actually a bunch of multiracial racists, then maybe we just want lower taxes, constitutional rights, and a colorblind meritocracy.
That's not available! Oh my god! Okay. If you believe that there is a meritocracy, then I wanted you to go out and I want you to meritocracy go play in traffic. And earn every fucking hit that you get. No! There's... The term itself is satire. The guy who came up with the term was like, oh yeah, see, it's a meritocracy because the poor kids that parents had to work and they couldn't spend time with them, they did bad on tests. But the rich kids who parents were able to get them tutors and spend time with them, they did better. But kids only did it better because of merit. It is literally a fucking play on words. But you know what? Of course, conservatives can't understand the play on words. They literally think pull yourself up by the bootstraps is a real fucking thing. When it's... Yeah. Fuck, yeah. Let's continue.
And here come the conspiracy theories. You're the world's worst co-host. Can't you shut your face hole for 5 minutes? Fair enough. Thank you. So, now that our side has the power, we should have very little resistance in silencing and deprogramming these radicals. Lucky for us, we have the power of government, big business, and the media behind us. Don't you see the problem here?
Wait, what? Hey Menzie. I want to tell you a secret. Come closer. You're part of a media arm right now. You're on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You're on YouTube. I am on YouTube. We're part of a social media. I know it's wild, right? It's almost as if it's propaganda. But you know what? It's not propaganda. You know what? When you do it, when the other people do it, it's propaganda. When you do it, it's public relations. And yes, that is a fucking quote from the book. It is one of the first things literally written in the book, propaganda. By the way, if you could check out down to my Amazon link in the description, that is on my wish list. I've read excerpts out of that book, and I want to actually buy that book. So if you want to actually help support that, check out my Amazon wish list. Is in my Amazon wish list. But let's continue.
Have you ever asked yourself why you're on the same side as powerful corporations and oligarchs? You're not the resistance. You believe whatever they tell you to.
Oh God. Wait. First, let's deconstruct a couple of lies right there. First, most of the oligarchs are conservatives. Let's just be honest with you. Most of them are conservatives because they want their money. Secondly, corporations are only doing shit to make money. Let's be honest. That's their fiduciary responsibility. What corporations have actually determined, not that they want to push a woke agenda, but because so many people who are quote unquote woke are actually becoming more of an economic power, the corporations aren't pushing people toward wokeness. The corporations are just following the money. So I hate when conservatives say this bullshit, like there is some agenda, like to say like, oh yeah, we're gonna be woke. No, motherfuckers supported slavery. Corporations supported slavery. Some of those corporations are still alive now. IBM helped supported the Nazis. And you know why they did that? To follow the fucking money. There are corporations that followed apartheid in South Africa. So miss me with that bullshit about corporations are trying to controlling the media and all that other good shit, or control how people think. Miss me with that bullshit. Nike, for all its worth and the support that they actually did by signal boosting Colin Kaepernick, they didn't do that shit because they wanted to change the motherfucking way people actually think. No, they were following the motherfucking money. And you know what happened? They made motherfucking bank. Corporations are chicken shit with taking risks. That's why we have so many of the reboots or remakes of so many fucking movies. Because corporations are chicken shit when it comes to taking risks. They don't like doing it. They follow the money, not maneuver it. But you know what? Yeah, sure. You as a conservative can't say the N-word. Well, you can, but you may be platform because, you shouldn't be able to say it. Especially if you don't have the right motherfucking pass. But let's continue.
Haven't you ever heard of divide and conquer? Their plan is working. Oh, YouTube! I got another one for you!
You're right, Mimsy. Divide and conquer. They already got 74 million motherfuckers believing that a fucking fake billionaire who's actually lived lifestyles of literally the rich and famous is on your side because he said something that you liked one time. Sure. Millionaires and billionaires that are in the fucking Congress and Senate are on your side because they don't like the same color people that you don't like. And oh yeah, taxes should be low and we should give more money to rich people. But divide and conquer, right? That's happening on the left, right? Right? But let's continue.
Calling on your overlords to silence the dissenters? Is that really what we've come to? Nancy!
Wait! Fuck! Hey, how many of you guys remember the Satanic Panic? How many of you guys actually remember when conservatives try to cancel fucking Disney for like giving their employees that are had same-sex relationships some sort of benefits? What? How many of you guys remember how they tried to cancel Harry Potter? Not for the fact that like J.K. Rowling is some disgusting ass turf, but because witchcraft. Dungeons and Dragons. Like, what? Like, wow. And you Byron, you are absolutely right. Victim complex. oh, woe is me, we're being tricked. Oh, woe is me, you're about to call Big Bad Daddy Technology. Fuck. These motherfuckers, like, Trump enlisted a fucking travel ban against the Muslims because, oh, but my feelings hurt. Like, that's a cancellation, motherfuckers. Putting people in cages because they want to come to the quote-unquote greatest country in the world because they didn't come the way that we say we want them to, but in reality, we just don't want them here. That's fucking cancellation culture, motherfuckers. That is literally limiting somebody's fucking free expression of life, or excuse me, that's limiting somebody's either life, liberty, or the pursuit of happiness, all because your fifis hurt because you don't like brown people. Let's continue.
This is clearly not working out. You obviously have no co-hosting abilities. I'm sorry, but I'm canceling you. Goodbye. Wait, can I make just one announcement before I go? Fine, one announcement, and then you're gone. Okay, I just want to let our friends know that they might experience a little lapse in my upload schedule. I'm not having an existential crisis. I'm not headed to the woods to find myself. I haven't been canceled or shamed out of existence. I just miss making my dollhouses and miniatures. I thought I could find the time to do it all, but with also having a family and a full-time job, it's all I can do to pop out the occasional video. But I'm still gonna upload easy videos like Memsy reads her comment section, Captain Winky's home movies, and conversations with a leftist. And so you could catch up on shows that you haven't seen, and I'll be back to full shows before you know it. Check out the link below to my Etsy store where you can purchase snortlings and houses handmade by me. And
All right. Okay. Fuck. So I have a policy, and if you guys ever know, like when people do promotion of shit, like I really don't let that play. But as an artist, I would actually admit, even some of the shit, the best term is recycling materials that she may have actually had. I do want to say that I support artists for visual arts. Even though I don't support a message, but shit like this, it actually takes skill and actually takes like here. And I'm sorry about this. This shit no, this is actually, if like handcrafted shit, like dude, yeah, of course. That is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like, even like today, the reason why I started a little bit late because I was waking up from my fucking wonderful ass nap, but like even shit like this. Like I actually just finished this today. This is one of my original characters, but like, you know, like I support visual arts, and I'm gonna let her say this shit because like, yo, let's go.
And my Patreon members can get discount coupons.
This is also
and you can
nice.
reach me anytime through my comment section, email, Etsy store, or Facebook.
Even though I believe her shit is just like horrible, like no, like fuck, like that is actually like, and if you look at some of her other previous works, that actually looks pretty nice compared to, like, she's improving. Mimsy is improving. But let's go.
Join my Patreon to have access to the Snortlings Hollow Discord server. You said one announcement! That's already like 10! Okay, so I guess I'm kicked out of the rest of the show, but a deal's a deal. Bye, friends. See you soon. I thought she'd never leave!
Oh, God. Great. Oh, God. Great. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We about to get some hot puppet on puppet felt love. Feltish love. Let's go.
Who's that? Milo! Welcome, Milo! Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. Where have you been?
Beating off into a sock. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to give you guys that visual. Okay. Let's go.
Well, I can't just get here anytime you want me to. You're lucky I have a break right now. I'm working 2 jobs now, bro. 2 jobs? But why? Can't all be like you, Piper. My mommy and daddy aren't paying for my school and my rent. But you live with your mom! Of course she's paying your rent! You got it all wrong, bro. She had to cut way back on her hours when she got sick. She couldn't pay the bills without me. She's
Wait, fuck, like, this is the shit that I don't actually get. Okay, so, is Mimsy, like, this is, like, some of the things that, like, okay. Free. So, does Mimsy actually use these puppets to work through her own issues and actually address the fact that she may see some inequalities, but she's are so against the principles that leftists may actually have that she has a psychological break and uses the puppets as therapy to actually work out the inconsistencies or inherent contradictions that you would actually see with promoting conservatives, conservative beliefs. Like, this is one of those things where it's just like, you've seen it with Piper before, you've seen it with this motherfucking puppet, Milo. Like, they espouse beliefs, like, but you know this shit exists, right? You know that people have these issues, right? But you saying yay conservatism because reasons? But let's continue.
waiting to go on disability. Then maybe I can quit one of my jobs and go back to school. But I'll do what I gotta do until then. Oh, well, I didn't know, so thanks for being here. Yeah, sure. Also, let me introduce my co-host, Milo! Wait, your co-host? What do you want me to do? Just sit there looking cute and agree with everything I say. Wait, what? So what do you...
Shit! God damn it, man. God damn it. I swear to God. I think, yeah. Ugh, fuck. Okay, let's go.
Anyway, I want to talk to everyone about the terrible events that happened at the Capitol on January 6th. Sorry I'm so late reacting to this, but I'm subjected to Mimsy's schedule, and of course she felt no urgency in addressing the situation. I'm deeply saddened by the attack on our nation's capital by the violent insurrectionists, white supremacist, terrorist Trump supporters in their attempt to overthrow our democracy. Their bloodthirsty hatred, led by their fascistic, Hitlerian, tyrannical leader, resulted in the deaths of 5 people. Are you happy now, Trump supporters? All 74 million of you are to blame, and we know who you are. Wait, I'm not just gonna sit here and agree with this.
I swear to God, like... Okay. Again, Piper Strawman. Like, literally Piper Strawman. But, okay, let's see what Milo has to interject.
But you're my co-host! That's your job! Oh, like you just sit there and agree with everything Mimsy says? Nah, bro. Now hear me out. I'm not a Trump supporter, but don't you think you're being a little dramatic? Especially since your side supported the BLM and Antifa riots that went on for months and caused the deaths of a couple dozen people and...
Wait! Oh my God! Okay. So, here's the thing. You know what the BLM right? Like, I've heard right-wingers say this shit. You know, there was one victim of a BLM protester. But, you know, most of the people that died from BLM protesters were the actual protesters themselves when violence was meted upon them. That's like you getting hit by a car and then the person driving the car, look, see what you made me do. You were there. Oh, shit, that happened a few times. Like these motherfuckers keep forgetting that we know what fucking happened. We actually see that these motherfuckers, we see that people were ran down on an expressway. Not because they were BLM supporters running them down, but because the supporters were getting ran down. That issue that happened in Texas where somebody was like, fuck BLM, and actually started opening up in the crowd and shooting people. What was the provocation that the BLM did? They were there, they were marching for rights, and they were saying, stop killing black people at a disproportionate amount. Well, no, more white people get killed by the cops. If the population of African Americans are 13%, They shouldn't account for 24% of the motherfucking police shootings. They shouldn't. That's not a good fucking thing. That's not how it's supposed to happen. But let's continue.
Resulted in $1 billion worth of damage and ruined lives. Those were mostly peaceful protests. Besides, you can't compare
93% of the protests were peaceful. 93%. And this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, Mimsy knows this shit. These are two puppets talking and she's fucking have their hands up on both of their asses. Okay.
protest for love and equality with rage for hate and racism. Those people weren't at the Capitol in support of hate and racism.
They were in there supporting Donald Trump. So yeah, they were there for support of hate and racism. Why would you say that, Crimson? No. Nationalism. The brand that the Trump supporters subscribes to is about exclusion of certain people from your perceived country. That's hatred, motherfucker. And it's also racism because these people don't belong in our country. This is my country. And I'm going to take back my country. I'm going to make America great again. America. Fuck yeah. And oh yeah, they brought nooses and talked about let's hang Mike Pence. But they were there in love. In unity. They were there in love. And peaceful. With gallows. But let's continue.
They were there because they believed there was fraud going on. They felt like they were being ignored and they wanted to fight for justice and to be heard.
What? Oh, one election. And they flipped their shit. One election. However, 250 years of slavery, continued segregation, continuing over policing. Black people should just get over it, right? Motherfuckers, y'all haven't gotten over the Civil War. By the way, they brought Confederate flags to the Capitol on the 6th. Yeah. As Byron said, moving the goalposts. But let's continue.
Whether you think they were justified or not, that is why they were there. And that's the reason we have the right to protest. When people don't feel heard, and then they get angry and they go out and protest, well, this is a recipe for mob mentality and mob violence. Violence should always be condemned, but your side seems to only want to condemn it when the right does it.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm sorry, I don't see the right condemning George Zimmerman. I don't see the right condemning fucking Derek Chauvin. They don't condemn him. They made excuses for that motherfucker. But okay, a little bit more. Let's continue.
But these people wanted to overthrow our democratically decided election. Oh, like your side did to Trump with a 3-year-long Russian collusion investigation.
Wait, this is a fucking legal process, and people Oh my god. The shift in that goalpost was just fucking unbelievable. Like, wow. I'm having a president have an investigation is not an overturning of the election. It's not. As a matter of fact, more presidents should be investigated more. Maybe they wouldn't do as many war crimes. Let's start with the Yemenis war that's happening. Let's start with that. Let's start with that. Like, The fuck? Is it? Are you saying that presidents should go unquestioned, unchallenged? I'm sorry. Okay, a little bit more to their break, and then I'm gonna just drop this shit.
Well, what about Trump inciting violence? You don't see that as a problem? I hate how you keep putting me in the position to defend Trump.
But you're putting you're putting the Democrats in a position to actually defend anything that goes wrong on the left. Like, okay.
Condone all of his rhetoric and support all of his actions, but it's not like he commanded his followers to take the Capitol by force.
He did. Okay. I know I'm pausing way too much. He did. He said go there and fight. Giuliani said a trial by combat. Like,
He told people that he believed the election was fraudulent, and he called for the people to be strong and stand up and fight for what they believe in.
not only that, the people that got arrested, including the QAnon shaman, which turns out to be a molding, just like my life shit, bro. It's like everybody who did and has gotten arrested and says, "Well, we thought the president told us to do this shit." Wow. Oh, okay. Let's go.
When a Democrat says the same kind of stuff, you don't have a problem with it. Milo, you must disavow the right now, or they're gonna think you're one of them. You'll be shamed and shunned from society.
All right, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. Hey, Purple, like I can't do this anymore. Like, what's actually insulting to me is this. Like, Mimsy knows this shit, and it's just like, it's either she's doing the shit and she's had a schizophrenic break where she's letting the puppets talk for her, or she's like a pole, or she's like not a pole, or like, I don't know. It's something fucking wrong with it. I need to crack the code. I need to break it and shit like that. Or maybe it's just amped up performatism because she has to make the YouTube channels. But yeah, fuck. I can't anymore. I can't anymore. Anyway, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't actually done so already, hit that notification bell. Hit that all notifications. You have to change it because YouTube has been a little shitty. I thank you guys for watching, and yeah, wow. Like, it's like, I don't know. I have this theory. It is only a hypothesis that she uses the puppets for therapy because she's going through some shit in her life. And like, I have this theory. I have this. It's just this suspicion. It's just a suspicion. All right. Ooh. Okay, so. I saw this the other day. And like, okay. I don't know if X is still in the chat. But this shit was funny. And the reason why I bring up X is because I know he used to be a fan of Alex motherfucking Jones. And oh boy. Alex Jones has probably gotten himself in some hot water with this shit, with his fans, and I like, it brings up the eternal question of do these people believe this shit or is it just a grift? I think it's half and half, where some people actually think it's actually a grift for them, but some people it's just like, fuck, like they believe the shit, but it's just like you took it too far. So if you haven't seen it, news has been made about a clip that surfaced from Alex Jones, And this clip was originally here. Let's actually watch it. This clip was originally done in January of 2019. This clip is 2 years old. 2 years old. And well, you always want to be careful of what video if you are in front of a camera, and I've had to learn the hard way to make sure that certain things are when you're on the front of a camera, you want to make sure that you be careful of the camera, especially when you know the motherfucker's rolling. This motherfucker knew this shit was rolling, but I'm bearing the lead. Let's actually watch this video. Here we go.
I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of him.
Now, this is as the video says, after making millions upon millions off of using Trump's base, you hear Alex Jones' true thoughts about Donald Trump. And this again is in January 2019. Maybe it had to do with the fact that Trump actually caused an issue with the midterm elections, and so many that the Democrats actually won the House of Representatives. But let's go. Let's go. On February the 20th, 2020, the Washington Post reported that the federal investigations are probing to the degree which Jones and other extremists may have influenced those who stormed the Capitol building in Trump's name. Now, ironically, there is video of Alex Jones actually saying, hey, yo, don't go down that way. He was at the rally in the Capitol, making his usual grift off of shit. But Alex Jones was actually trying to keep people from going that way. So there's video out there, and I don't have it in hand, but he wasn't the person that was promoting this shit. So, yeah, because let's face it, Alex Jones, he's a performance artist. That's what he told the judge in his divorce court, that he does the shit out of performance. But let's continue. Let's watch this video. It's a short clip.
Rolling.
So he knows they're rolling. He knows that they're rolling.
Part of me, the selfish part, wishes I'd never met Donald Trump, wishes that I'd never met Roger Stone.
Okay. Petty part. Like, how much does he smoke a day? Like, for real. How much does he smoke a day that he's just like, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, let's go.
Because unlike previous things I'd done that were game-changing, those were just time-space continuum reflections of the third big change I was going to be involved in. And that was bringing Donald John Trump into Austin.
Even, like, now these aren't my subtitles. This is the subtitles that came along with video. Where, like, even the subtitles can't actually fucking understand it. But we get pretty much a good understanding. So, listen to this shit. Alex Jones, okay, and I get it. He was like, InfoWars was like a media like superstar. He like they had those stickers everywhere, and like even with the prediction of the Y2K thing, which was overblown, he like it promoted him to prominence. But the third act, as if you will, of his life of bringing Donald John Trump into office, it's literally just wow, you fucked up. You fucked it up for everything.
So I said it again. I said Austin into office. Because you guys are actually really good questions. This is going to be a really good thing, but I'm going to say it again in a minute. drink some of this Armani. I'll try to say it. Because it's
Like, dude, is he drunk? Is he drunk? Is he drunk? Like, dude is already slurring his words. Like, is he drunk? Is he drunk? But let's continue.
It's the truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have fucking met Trump. I wish it never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks that I've been through.
Is that a twisted T? Like, he's like, oh my God. Like, okay, let's go.
I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of him. And I'm not doing this because it's like I'm kissing his fucking ass, you know? It's just like I'm sick of it. Do it in a minute.
We're doing live. Wait. All right. So, like, you actually hear this shit, like, and it's actually funny because now some people are actually speculating of why Alex Jones feels this way. Is because Trump was still in his thunder? Is because like the Republicans lost in January? Like, I have a sneaking suspicion there's a combination of a couple things. One, that Trump is still in his thunder, and two, it was the Republicans lost the House in 2018, the midterm elections, because Trump was fucking shit up. They passed that tax cut for the rich, and yeah, it was a fuck up. Remember, this is before the pandemic actually was even thought about hitting. So yeah, like I don't get it. Like, is it because like Trump alpha mailed his ass? Like, no, I'm the big dog around here on the fucking right wing. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is secretly how all fucking conservatives feel about each other. I actually have a axiom that I mostly live by, that all petty tyrants are just a sycophant that got his turn. Let's face it. For a while, Alex Jones was somebody who was like the guardian of the right wing. Like, you saw like the batshit crazy shit that he said. For a long time, it got him money, it got him fame, it got him fortune. But Trump was like, hold my, well, he don't drink beers, hold my Diet Coke. And it's like he took that shit to a whole nother motherfucking level. Oh, God. And I thought this was an interesting little funny video because everybody was talking about it over the weekend. Everybody was talking about it. And it's just like, infighting on, they talk about infighting on the fucking left, but like, I really think a lot of these motherfuckers really fucking despise each other. I really do. But anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for watching this video clip. If you can, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video. Also, hit that notification bell on the bottom, and make sure you hit all instead of personalized, because it'll really help share my video. Leave a comment, something that you like, something that you don't like, if you want to improve. And oh yeah, on top, as you can actually see, up top, you can actually see my Streamlabs links, and on the bottom, you can also see my other links to help support the channel. Oh, shit. Wow, Alex Jones hates Donald John Trump. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right. So, all right, guys. We got one more video. I'm going to ask you to stay with me. One more video. And then I'm going to let you go for the night. Ah, yes. All right. So, all right. So, I know in February I was going through, actually every time I did a stream, highlight misbehavior with cops. And remember how I said that on every stream that I do, I can actually find misbehavior for cops. I thought that was just hyperbole, just like, oh yeah, nah, I obviously couldn't find low to medium profile cases of cops just like doing shit outside of protecting the serving. I thought that, but yeah, I forgot. As Danny Glover says, "This is America." I forgot that. So. Let's actually address this. Police arrest innocent teen as he walks home from work. Oh, let's put the sound back on. Let's bring this back.
You trying to get home? Are you trying to get home? You straight? You need a ride somewhere? Hey, look, we just want to make sure you're all right. We just want to make sure you're all right.
Wait. What? You're stopping somebody just because you just want to stop somebody. You need a ride home? Like, how fucked up is this? Like, for real. Like, okay. Sure, he's doing something wrong by walking home, but let's continue.
What you are about to see is police in Plano, Texas go on a power trip to harass an 18-year-old who just got off work.
Sir, you need to talk to us, okay? Sir.
Good, bro. Wait, why does he need to talk to you? What crime is he committing? Walking while black at night? Like, the fuck? Okay. I'm being an asshole. Maybe they have a good reason of stopping him.
Can you calm down? All right? Sir.
Because he is walking in the street. Meanwhile, because of the failures of the state's government, sidewalks are covered in snow.
We just trying to figure out where you're going.
Home, I just said that.
Wait. Oh my God. Wait. Why are you stopping me? What am I doing wrong? What problem are you having that you need to stop me? For real? Let's go.
Whoa, you okay, dude?
Watch out, man.
Where's home at?
Do you want us to just give you a ride?
No, I'm good. I do this every night, literally. I'm straight.
Okay.
So they continue to press.
So, like, why? Like, okay, so if you haven't actually had any interaction with cops, so a few years back, it's been about a year and a half back, I actually have an issue with my vehicle was actually stopped, and I had to wait for a tow truck. So what ended up happening is I was in the suburbs, so yeah, that was a thing. Like a state trooper actually stopped me, and it was cold, and like they had me sit in the back of their police car. But you know what they actually did? They fucking patted me down as if me being stuck out in the cold waiting for a tow truck is I'm gonna automatically just be somebody who has weapons. Is like, yes, we're gonna try to hurt police officers. Now, granted, I was thankful. I was fucking cold, and he was actually pretty nice. But that's because I was, let's face it, I was in the suburbs where you're not seen as much of a threat as if you were in the city. But the whole idea of helpful cops, that's fine and dandy. But if somebody says, I'm good, and you still harass him, then you have a fucking problem. Which they had no reason to stop this motherfucker. But let's continue.
Him.
You ain't cold or nothing?
No.
With that cheese shirt on?
I'm good.
What's your name, man?
They try playing nice.
Huh? You don't know?
By the way, you don't have to answer unless you're being detained for something. You don't have to provide a cop any information. You don't. It is nowhere in any law. As a matter of fact, you have the right to refuse illegal search and seizures. You have the right to protect yourself and your identity unless you're being charged for a crime. That's what the Miranda rights were. An explanation of the 4th and the 5th Amendment. But let's continue.
Can you just stop and talk to us for a minute? Do you mind?
In the middle of the night,
We're just trying to make sure you're okay.
Don't touch
We're trying to
me.
make sure you're okay. We're trying to make sure you're okay. Sir?
No, what?
See, and this is the problem. For anybody who says that, oh, he should have just, like, he shouldn't have did anything wrong. He was literally walking home. Literally walking home. And they decided to fucking harass him. Why, though? Why? But let's continue.
Right. No, what?
We're doing an investigation.
I don't care. I'm going.
Investigation of what? This is a clear indication of a fucking power trip. All right, let's
Going
go.
home.
You are officially detained.
No.
Yes, yes you are.
The number one fucking unwritten rule in the country is if you disrespect a police officer, that's illegal. And fuck, Kentucky's actually trying to make it a fucking law now. But, like, an investigation for what? You saw somebody walking down the street and you want to fuck with them because they didn't want to address you? How? How? Exactly. Like, for real? Like, how? Why would you harass somebody who's just trying to walk the fuck home? Literally, he's walking home. What the fuck is an investigation for? Why? Fucking why? And this is during the fucking Texas cold snap, where motherfuckers had more serious pressing issues. I don't know, like making sure motherfuckers weren't dying by freezing to death. You take the fucking time to harass somebody walking home when you can actually be protecting and serving, doing other shit. Like, I don't know, doing wellness checks on people. But let's continue.
Bro, stop. Just relax.
Just relax, all right?
Just relax.
And I'm sure they're going to say he was resisting arrest. The fuck?
We're just trying to talk to you.
I got an anger problem. Please get off me. Y'all not know.
So this is the crap they pull.
Please just let me go.
Wow, you're really making this worse right now.
You started the shit! Oh my God, they started the shit. Wow. But we don't need body cams on police officers, right? This is the reason why we need body cams.
We're trying to do that.
Okay, he's back. All right. It's not back here.
Ronald Reese, seen here detained for walking, got off work at Walmart during the snowstorm. Yet even in times where police are under a harsher microscope, they still profile and accost everyday citizens of this country for being not white. And Ronald Reese now has a story to tell. According to his father's Facebook post, Reese's mother takes him to work after school and he works full time. He walks home so he doesn't disturb his mother's sleep. He wore a t-shirt instead of a jacket because his father says his son is hot-natured. WFAA wrote in the lead of their article. Family and friends describe 18-year-old RJ Reese as a gentle giant. They say he's a big man with a kind heart, and that's why they are so heartbroken over his arrest last Tuesday. Police say they received a welfare check for a man in shorts and a t-shirt who was quote-unquote stumbling along Hedgecock Road in Plano around 10:47 p.m. on February the 16th. Police noted the temperatures were in the teens, but that Reese was wearing a t-shirt and pants, not shorts.
Oh, wow. It's almost as if they were looking for a reason to stop him. Walking while black, right?
Oh, thus Reese was racially profiled. He did not fit the description, but was arrested anyway. The high school senior told the local NBC affiliate, "I'm working at Walmart serving the community and they just come and harass me. I didn't need their service. I just wanted to go home." Reese, who I cannot stress enough, was walking home from work, spent the night in jail because of this incident. Lo and behold, the misdemeanor charge has been dropped against a black man who was arrested last week for walking home on a street during a snowstorm in Texas. NBC News has more. Police near Dallas admitted Monday they had no justification for arresting a black teen who was walking home in the snow and had committed no crime. His mother said, "This is my child. He's 18. He's huge, but that is my son. That is my baby. And to see him done this way, and I'm constantly on him. RJ, make sure you make good choices, good choices, good choices. Walk a straight line." And that night he was walking a straight line and it landed him a night in jail.
So let me get this straight. And this goes out to the people who complain about black people should just comply. Or they should actually do something better with their life. The motherfucker is coming home from work. Doesn't even fit the description of the person that they were looking for. But because he didn't want to play nice with the cops, they arrest him and throw him in jail for the night. It gets so bad. That the police department is like, "Yo, we did the shit. We shouldn't have did the shit." And what was the charge? The charge was most likely resisting arrest. You know why they invented that charge? Because when they can't find anything to charge you with, they charge you with resisting arrest. Because reasons. But the real crime Nitty committed, not respecting a police officer. I'm just saying, that was his real crime. How dare he not respect a police officer? Don't you know they have one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, harassing people for no fucking reasons? But let's continue.
He probably rang up groceries for some of those officers' wives or families that night, his mother said. He worked a late shift and he was rewarded with a night in jail. To me, that eats me up inside. The Collin County chapter of the NAACP said it were deeply disturbed by the body cam video. Action needs to be taken to ensure it does not happen again, the chapter's president said. Reese's mother continued, "I pay more to live in the area that I live in, and yet the people that I pay taxes to, I pay their salary. They didn't serve him that night. They failed him that night." No word yet on what the officer's punishment will be, if any.
All right. Up. We're gonna do that.
So guess what? There's so the Green Party.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We'll do that next time. We're gonna do that next time. Yes, I have a Jimmy Dore video coming up. Anyway, so. It's ironic and it's just sad to actually see this shit. That even when you're doing shit that you're supposed to be doing, when you're doing the right shit that you're supposed to be doing, becoming a productive member of society, the kid is just walking home. And the fact of the matter is, the crime he committed 2 crimes. Walking while black and disrespecting a police officer. Fuck me. What are you supposed to tell your kids? How are you supposed to have, like, people complain about BLM, but while we have shit like that, when cops know they're being recorded, they still perform shit like that. What else was we supposed to do? What else are we supposed to say? Fuck, defund the police. And I don't care who thinks it sounds bad, but if they have the fucking money to harass people for no fucking reason, take that shit away from them. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video clip. By the way, you can catch me live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hit that notification bell and subscribe. On the top of the screen, you can actually see my Streamlabs links. And the bottom, there are other links to help support the channels if you have the availability. What would really help me is hitting that subscribe button. And thank you. So, guys, we've made it to another end of the stream. I want to thank everybody who's actually watched today, who's continuing to support me and watch. We've had it was kind of an up and down stream, but we made it. And I just want to thank everybody. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself mentally, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And enjoy the rest of your night. And as we always do this time, let's hear from Richard.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. I'm probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy people. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right. Absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.
Is that what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.